So my favorite sub-series of games are the Mario RPGs, which is technically 3 different sub-series. If you glance at my video catalog, this is by no means a surprise. I've always loved the 2D Mario games and just the Mario platformers in general. Mario Advance 1 was the first game I ever owned, and Sunshine was my first 3D experience. But when you take this little man and put an HP bar with a magic meter, either FP, SP, or BP, make him wait his turn to attack, and level him up like a Pokemon, it triggers a very specific dopamine response in my brain that I haven't felt for any other game. It's such a specific combination that just altered my brain chemistry from the moment I first played one of these games. It's honestly kind of funny. In fact, I don't think any other subcategory of entertainment has ever hit me with this type of unrelenting joy. This might be a little personal, but recently I've been dealing with some crazy life-altering events, and my mental state hasn't been the best. I've dealt with similar hurdles in the past with distraction, like a hobby or friends, for example. However, whenever I look for a game to play, I go down the laundry list of games in my backlog. Doing so actually gives me some kind of anxiety. The anxiety of a backlog is truly something. It's intimidating even. I even made a shorter list of games to play first, but I somehow still made that list way too long. I used to be a completionist, but because my free time has been cut in recent years, I've had to come to terms with the reality that I cannot 100% every game I own in the time I would like anyway. Having an inattentive disorder also doesn't help. Neither does my stubbornness, because deep down I still want to 100% every game I own. This constant loop of wanting to finish games I have yet to touch but realizing I can't, while not a first world problem, can still overwhelm me enough to not even try to pick up any game, let alone a new one. It was actually right then and there that I realized I just wanted to play any game at this point, and it was actually my wife who indirectly helped me understand a crucial element of my brain chemistry. Nostalgia equals dopamine equals happiness. My wife knows exactly what to do when she's in a mental funk. She rewatches old shows she's seen dozens of times. The familiarity and nostalgia brings comfort, and she will always gravitate towards the ones that make her the most happy. And that was my problem. In recent years, I never once considered replaying games I already finished, because there are so many other games I have yet to even touch. This might be a different perspective, since gaming is a lot more interactive and demanding than just watching a show or movie. But taking that concept and applying it to how I spend my gaming time really made a difference. What's funny is that I haven't been solo gaming for pleasure in a long time. It felt more like work, and work blows. Aside from Pokemon, these games determined how I would enjoy JRPGs going forward. The first Mario RPG I ever had was Superstar Saga. This was the first game to teach me that pressing the button at the right time was more engaging than just clicking a button to attack. It just happened to be those 2 Yahoo guys instead of Lotan. The second game to fall into my lap was Partners in Time. I definitely spent way more time with this one than Superstar Saga. I remember beating it for the first time at a cousin's birthday when I was 9 years old, and stubbornly brought my DS with me to said party. I was in the middle of the final boss, and it took so long to beat that I could not stop. The world wasn't as open as the previous game, but I liked the darker tone of the story and characters, and the special attacks were fun to execute. I wish they weren't money reliant. Bros moves were definitely a better system than Bros items. The third game was The Thousand Year Door. This game is great for all the same reasons as the first 2 I played, but has way more style, artistically and otherwise. The attacks aren't as crazy to pull off as the first 2, but the battles had way more going on. Badges were equipable accessories again, but weren't so much as armor as they were a whole new system that enabled you to basically customize your Mario, even more so than the previous games. Then Super Paper Mario was the next one. This one really shouldn't count as it isn't a turn-based RPG, but it still had an RPG element to the side-scrolling gameplay and had a very compelling story. I watched videos of the first Paper Mario on YouTube before I ever played it, and I really wanted to. And I desperately wanted it to come out on the Wii's Virtual Console. Since I didn't own an N64, that would be the only way I would ever get to play it. Then I came back from summer camp 2007 and saw Paper Mario was finally available on the console's Wii Shop channel. Even without stylish partner HP and a level cap, I love this one almost as much as TTYD. I think I might have actually enjoyed the chapters of this game more than TTYD, and I think they're both even in terms of quality, but I think the world of the first game is more fun to explore, and the battle system of the second game is just superior. Bowser's Inside Story was the next one, and it was, in my opinion, the last good Mario RPG. This game is amazing for many reasons. A redeveloped badge system, and being able to play as Bowser in the most realized way possible. This was the definitive Bowser simulator. With the dissatisfaction of Sticker Star and Dream Team, I gave up hope on the next good Mario RPG. And then this happened. I'm very glad more people are talking about these games again. And that, coupled with what I learned about nostalgic dopamine, I recently went back to playing these games again. Bowser's Inside Story and Paper Mario 64 to be specific. I won 100% of these games years ago, but that should never have mattered. And if there's one takeaway from this video, it should be this. If you know something gives you a healthy comfort and you need something to cheer you up desperately, do not try to force yourself to enjoy something else. Trying a new thing is hard, but it's especially hard under pressure.